Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and Neima can't be here with me today, mostly because this was a very short notice type thing, but we will have her on towards the end of the month, so she'll be back and styling and profiling, as Ric Flair would say. Now, if I'm live and you can read the title, which hopefully I didn't mess up on, you'd know that I have a returning guest on. And last time this person was on was, I think it was with Bonnie actually, and we discussed aliens and magic and a few other stuff. The real fun stuff. But today, we might talk a little bit about aliens, but the main topic's going to be cryptids. And I would like to welcome back my friend, a moody-eyed girl, Morgan.
Hi, everyone.
All right. Welcome back, Morgan.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're on the East Coast right now. Is it raining over there?
It is.
Okay, because it's raining here and it sucks, and I'm upset about it because I don't like cold weather and it's freezing.
I feel you. It's raining here.
Oh, well, something we have to deal with. Before we get into super things, tell us, how are you doing? What's the latest with the aliens and the magic and all that?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
I asked, how are you doing? And tell us the latest with the aliens and if you're still gonna do some magic and looking into things, everything.
Oh, right.
Not the main topic yet.
Right. Yes. So, I've had some stuff going on for a while now. I want to say about a year and a half. A lot of weird phenomenon going on around my house. I have seen, well, first they looked like lights in the sky. And I was going to tell you this, but I was kind of waiting for the right time till I was comfortable.
Oh, wow.
I
Oops.
started seeing, yeah. I started to see these lights in the sky over my house, and they kind of would, go across the sky and then get larger. Like the light would get really, really large, and it would shine really, really bright. And then it would slowly get smaller again, and then it would disappear.
That
And
doesn't sound normal.
no, that's the thing. When it first started happening, I was very confused and I thought I was hallucinating. And I would go out every night and I keep seeing the same thing. And I'm like, what am I seeing here? Am I dreaming? And I'm telling you, Melvin, like I would go inside and think to myself, am I making it up? Because it just made no sense to me. I mean, it was pretty much, and sometimes I would see multiple lights and they would all do this, they would kind of come across the sky, but slowly. It wasn't like a shooting star or anything like that. It would come across slowly like it was maybe going the speed of like a plane or something. But there were no blinking lights. It was just like a light that was very constant. It would come across and it would shine very, very bright right when it kind of got to where I was sitting. Almost like it was saying hello or something. I don't know. That's how I took it, And then it would slowly kind of shrink and it would disappear. And that's been going on for at least like a year now. Every time I go outside in my backyard and just sit, I've gone hiking and I've said, you know what? I want to see if this happens somewhere else. I want to see if something happens out on the trails, and it would happen there too. It's like somebody's watching me.
Okay, that's freaky.
Yes, I know. That's why I didn't want to tell you because it was really weird. And I've tried to get it on camera, but I have a cell phone. It's really hard to see it because the light is kind of far away and it could be mistaken for anything, like a plane.
A
Some people would
satellite.
look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would just look at it and say, "Oh, bullshit, that's a plane."
Now,
But
You actually reminded me of something, and this is from years ago. A friend of mine was at a hotel of all places, and they were just outside yapping on the phone, and they looked up and they saw a giant bright light, and it was close. It was like it was closing in on them, and it was bright, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
it split into two parts, and then it faded out.
that's exactly what it does. I've seen them split into like threes, Melvin, as very small lights, and then maybe like one of them will get bigger. It'll shine really bright at me, and then it'll disappear. And I'm like, and at first I thought, okay, are these ships? Are they ships and they're just far away and they're like blinking lights at me? But when I spoke to one of my friends, you know her on Twitter, I won't say her name.
Hmm.
She's a really good friend of mine and she has had contact all of her life as well. She says that those are actually drones that they use that are somehow using like light energy. Um, and they can like send them out or something like that. Kind of like how we use drones, but they're mechanical.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's how she explained it to me. So
those are some wicked drones. What the heck?
it's very strange and it's happened to me during the day as well. I wanted to mention that. Um, and that's how I know that this is not like a ship or something because I remember just sitting at this area by the lake where I like to hike and stuff,
Hmm.
and I saw a light and it's clear as day, and I see this light coming towards me, and it's almost like I want to say iridescent. I don't know. You could kind of see past it a little bit, but it was coming towards me. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at it and I'm like, what am I looking at? It's the middle of day. What is this? It just fades in the middle of the sky. And I'm like, what was that? Like, huh? In the middle of day? Like, what is going on here? It's so crazy. Um, I don't know where they're coming from. That's the thing.
Okay, and does this also mean that they're specifically watching you? If it happens every time, you go out at night and now, you saw this happen in the day, like you might have
Yeah.
someone
Well,
who has a crush on you up there.
it's it's funny because I just I know this has been happening to my friend, like I just mentioned her all of her life.
Hmm.
She's also had contact. Now, her species that were interacting with her are different. Mine, I don't know. It just seems like there's somebody following me around that keeps letting me know that they're there. And so maybe you're right. It's funny kind of, but they
Uh,
don't, yeah, it's hilarious.
I
But
mean, it's
this,
the shy guy who apparently has
it's,
awesome technology.
I, I'm telling you, Melvin, it sounds crazy, and that's why I don't tell people, but somebody has been watching me, and it's funny because I'll be sitting there at night and I'm like, who are you? Like I'll be saying this out loud. Who are you? I want to see who you are. Like I'm saying this out loud like a crazy person. And whoever this is has not showed me who they are. They just keep sending these lights. So I'm not really sure what to make of that, but it's been going on for quite a while.
I mean, at this point, I guess just take it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just like, you know what? I have to I have to wait and just see what happens and just live my life. But
Yeah,
it's
but
very cool.
it's different. I mean, and then, taking it a step further with my wacky head, what if they do show up and they're like, Morgan, baby, marry me. I'll show you the stars. Like,
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't even know what I would do because I don't know what they look like or anything. It's so strange.
I am a space Casanova. I'm handsome.
At this point, with my luck, you know what's been going on in my life.
Hmm.
At this point, sure, we could
Oh,
try
yeah.
it out.
Watch it be some slime monster though.
Right? At least, listen though, at least he's shy and he has respect, obviously. unlike some people in this
I will tell you now, if I had access to that type of stuff, I am being the biggest perv in the world, and I'm okay with that.
Well, clearly this somebody is very respectful and doesn't want to bombard me with too much, I guess, at once.
And Bonnie just said that maybe you're just connected to them and in tune enough that you sense them enough to look.
You know what? I like that she said that because sometimes I will literally I'll just be sitting out there and they haven't come yet, and I'll turn. Something will, I don't know what it is, but I'll just turn and I'll look up and it's right there. And so I don't know how that happens, but she's definitely right somehow.
Huh.
It's very strange and I can't make sense of it either.
Hey, like you said, just go with it. And
Yeah, exactly.
I want to thank everyone for showing up and joining us on this Thursday day. Thursday day? Come on, Melvin, get better. On this
Thursday.
Thursday, appreciate you guys hanging with us and listening to us yap about the unknown and soon to be some cryptids. So, very much appreciated.
Yes.
And now we know Morgan has some space alien dude who has a crush on her. So, awesome.
Yes. Oh my God, that's the theme for this whole thing. This is amazing.
So, okay. Now, that's not the only thing that's been happening. You told me about this. I'm still a little confused about it because I don't know where to find this information. And if you guys can read the title, it says cryptids. Actually, before we get
hmm
into it, do you believe in cryptids? Like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Chupacabra, etc.
Oh yeah, I do because well, we'll get into it, but I have experienced them. So,
Okay. And if
yes.
anyone in chat believes in them, feel free to let us know as well. Uh,
hmm
I I am a believer, even though I have never seen any of the sort. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of unexplained, unknown things kicking it out there somewhere.
Oh yeah. There are a lot of things that we don't know about.
Now, well, yeah, you've met some face to face, so yeah.
I sure have.
Now, does that make you feel kind of special though? Like having certain experiences that other people they literally can't fathom or they can only dream about?
I think it just makes me feel um maybe like alone a little bit. I because you start to like when you experience these things, you really start to look at the world differently. And I can't relate to other people because of it. And I think I've talked to you about this a couple of times where I
Yeah,
sometimes just feel like I'm on autopilot in front of people. You know what I mean?
I do.
Um, yeah, it's hard, honestly, and I am so happy that I've got to experience this, and I want to learn more, and I hope that I see more of it, and I could share more with you guys. It's just hard right now, I think.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's no rush or anything like that. Plus, you can always tell me in
Yeah,
secret, so none of you guys will ever know.
true, true.
Okay, so Bonnie said that, oh, it's the Mothman that gets her. So she's a believer
The
in the Mothman.
Mothman. Oh my God, the Mothman. That's great. That's great.
You see,
I actually think that that's some kind of reptilian being.
that's the one, I don't believe in the Mothman. I just, doesn't do it
I
for
don't
me.
think that what people are seeing is a moth. That's the thing. I think it's some kind of I think they're seeing something else and they're calling it like Mothman.
Yeah.
So it kind of sounds silly, but yeah.
And, oh, let's see. Dr. Dino says, do you agree with the theory that ooh, sorry, Melvin, reading skills, what happened? Do you agree with the theory of that Nessie, search Loch Ness Monster, create whirlpools in time and space that it can travel in and out of being seen to not being seen? Um,
Um
let's see. So, no, I don't believe that it's actually whirlpool in time and space, not with the Loch Ness monster. I personally don't even think the Loch Ness monster was ever quite there. I think at one point there was something there, but it's long gone. I think it
I
was
agree with you.
yeah,
I honestly agree with you with that one.
I think it was something probably prehistoric, ancient,
Hmm.
and it
Yes.
passed on. Now,
Hmm.
in terms of Bigfoot, however, I don't believe it's going through time portals, but I do believe it is a type of interdimensional being. And I think
Yeah.
that it's somehow able to go through portals. I mean, it sounds weird, but
I see the thing is like I don't know because it's so and it I have to mention this is a little strange, but if you've ever watched this thing called Missing 411, and I'll just put that out there in case anybody wants to watch it. People often go missing in like national forests and they mention like where it almost seems like they're just disappearing into these portals that they can't find these people and they end up on the other side of the park. You know
ooh.
what I mean? With their clothes off. Yeah, it's really strange. But I don't know. Maybe this being can do that. I don't know. I'm sure it's very intelligent
Well,
and it's been around for a while. So,
I want to say that it's not creating the portals are already there. It for whatever reason just can see
right.
them or sense them. I don't think it's actually creating
Hmm.
the rip, but it's just
I think that portals exist all over the earth, Melvin. I think that they exist all over the earth and we just don't know it.
yeah. I, I mean,
I really do.
I think so as well. But then what happens if you accidentally stumble through one?
Well, that's what I mean. That's what this guy who does the missing 411 is trying to figure out because people will all of a sudden the group turns around and the person's missing and they find them like a month or two later on the top of a mountain or something. Like the helicopters are going around. It's you have to listen to it. It's really weird and they do mention like portals as one, thing that it could possibly be, but
Yeah, I will definitely check that out and I will probably review it. Oh, and
yeah,
I'm
go
going to
through
do a
it.
shameless plug here, real quick. If you like reviews, you're into the paranormal, be sure to check out my review of Resident Undead's Our Haunted Minds. Check it out, it's on the channel. You will like it, or you won't like it. I don't know. Just watch it. Thank you. So, shameless plug. So, okay. Tell us what's been going on in your neck of the woods with a cryptid sighting that you may or may not have seen.
Okay. Well, there's one specific cryptid I want to talk about, and the reason why I want to talk about this one is because I think a lot of people are seeing this one, and some people aren't coming out and talking about it because they feel like crazy. And then it's becoming more popular where people are kind of doing radio shows on them, because so many people are starting to see them. Um, and I've been starting to research them for like months now after I saw one. So what I'm going to talk about is, well, people are referring to him as a dog man, and that sounds really, I don't really like the term. Um, but it fits. Let's just put it that way. This I don't know if any of our viewers have heard of this, but he's often cited alongside Bigfoot or um a lot of times is seen where there are like UFO sightings, which I've also seen when I've seen this cryptid or I know he's going to be around. So, yeah, I guess we could really um get a lot of info on this one, but I'm just still doing research.
Now, what drew you to him?
Um, well, I've been going to this one spot for a while where I like to hike and there's a lake. Um, I've noticed some weird markings in the area. I've noticed a lot of trees being knocked down. Weird smells like wet dog smell, Melvin. Like,
Ooh.
like this is how it kind of started. I would kind of be walking into certain areas and I would find like piles of animal bones just piled on top of each other. Really, really weird. Like cleaned off the bone, skulls, legs, everything. Um, and there was one night where I like, and this is why I swear to God, I think that sometimes our brain is processing things in our environment and we're not seeing them. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think there's a science behind it, but I had a dream one night that there was something in those woods that looked like a werewolf in my dream. And it was walking around the area near the lake. And I'm having this dream and I wake up and I'm like, why would I have a dream like that? I didn't see anything like that there. And it just looked like in my dream, like a classic werewolf, like you would see in a movie or something, you know? And I'm just like, this is so dumb. I've never seen anything like that. Um, so I kept going there and I still go there and whatever. And then one night I was driving up there, and I think it had to be like 10 o'clock at night. I like to go up there for drives. It's nice at night. I get out, I get like something at Starbucks, go
Hmm.
for a drive. And I drive up and then I turn around to come back to go home. And I'm driving by where that trail starts, and something just literally runs across the street, stops quickly in front of my car. I brake so hard, and then it just leaps and starts running through the woods again. So fast, I'm like, and my headlights are on it, so I see it. I see it for a good like maybe, I don't know, like 10 seconds or something. Oh my God, Melvin, I've never seen anything like this in my life. Like, I don't know what, and this is where I saw the lights as well. Like the
Oh,
lake there.
wait,
I
could this
often
be
see
your
the lights.
crush?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Dude, right? Seriously, but it was an animal. So I'm like, no way, this can't be him. Like, this is an animal. Like, I don't know, Melvin. It looked like a dog, okay? I'm just gonna describe it for you and it's gonna sound very weird. It looked like the head of a German Shepherd, okay? Um, with a mane around its neck. Like if you've ever seen like a lion's mane,
Yeah.
it kind of looked like that, but it wasn't a lion's mane. It was just very furry around the neck. Um, it had like a shorter body with a stubby tail, and it was very, very thin. I wouldn't say like it wasn't eating thin. I mean, it was lean. Like it was lean. And it had really, really long legs and big paws. And it was like brownish. The fur was like brownish with some black. But then there were like parts of his arms. I remember seeing parts of the arms that were like maybe hairless, or there was like not enough hair covering it, I guess. I don't know what it was. This is just what I saw. And it's like still in my memory, and I've tried drawing it so many times. But I have to wonder if this being has been there and I've just been ignoring it, or I'm not seeing it. I don't know. I don't know what this thing is.
Okay. That's freaky.
Yeah,
um,
and I don't know. And when I did the research, I came across like Dogman, and I started doing the research, and like there's a guy who does like Dogman encounters. He does, and I'm listening to some of them, and the way people are describing it, yeah, like it had hocks like a dog, and uh it had the head of like a dog, and it was really, really fast, and I found this in the area. I found piles of bones. I'm like, oh my God, is this what I saw? And then yeah, I saw like lights in the sky when this thing was around, and I'm just sitting there like, man, is this what I saw? Wow, it's crazy.
That is something. And yeah, you definitely have to figure out how to draw that. Please.
I've been trying. I'm
I
trying so hard. I want to draw it very accurately.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you just don't have the artistic skills like myself, Somehow I always draw a crippled stick figure and it has a tail. So, wow.
I don't really have good skills either, but
Oh, we're boned.
yeah.
Um, but that
Hmm.
is insane. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, I doubt it's your crush. I don't think it's him. But
I don't think it's him. I think it's his pet or
yeah,
something.
that's what I
If
was about to
anything, like
say.
I don't know what's going on, Melvin, and I'm scared. Like
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. What if it's his pet and he just let him loose? Like, Fido, go on, have some fun.
seriously. And what confuses me is like I don't understand why it waited to run across my car. It was perfect timing. And I've asked people about this, like, and they've said maybe it wanted you to see it because I go there all the time.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I don't know if it's that intelligent, but from what people are saying, it is intelligent. So I don't know.
I mean, if it was able to hide from you and you say you go there all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
And taking it a step
Um,
further, it might actually know your scent too.
I think well, I mean, like sometimes you gotta pee in the woods. Like, what are you gonna do? I hike there a lot. Like, I don't know. But probably.
This is really cool.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, that area is where I have seen the lights in the daylight as well in the sky. And I think that this is somehow connected. I don't know if this being is an extraterrestrial that they let out the ship to go pee. Like I don't I don't really know I don't know if it's been here. If it has been, it's really been hiding from me
At,
because I am up and down those trails. Like
yeah, at first I wanted to
I
say,
haven't
oh,
seen
you're
it.
just describing Anubis, but no, no, you're not.
Well, the head looked like Anubis
Oh, okay,
from the side. It had a
but
really long snout, you know? It had
Anubis has a human body. But then saying that, I reckon they
right.
can shapeshift. So,
Yeah, now this had the I don't even know how to describe the body because it didn't look like a dog body.
huh?
It it almost looked like a cat, like a lion, but it was a dog. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I mean, now we're just gonna go into
Very
some
and it
type of
was so
sphinx.
fast. Yeah. Well, no, it was definitely a dog, but it
Yeah.
was so fast. I'm like I could when it stopped and then it leaped off again to go into the woods, I just faintly saw like galloping, like this animal was like running through the trees like Edward Cullen or something. I don't know. This is a predator. Like if that thing wanted to hurt me, it could get me. I wouldn't even know because it was so fast.
And then the fact that you had that dream, though, that's what's
Exactly.
even more
I actually, well, what I looked up and what I found out is that sometimes, and this is actually like science, I looked this up. Sometimes you can see something like maybe in your peripheral vision, but your brain ignores it. I don't know why, but I don't really remember what it's called. But if you look this up, you know, this is for our viewers. If you look it up, it's there, it's science. Your brain can ignore a lot of things around you, but that doesn't mean that you're not seeing it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if at some point maybe I did see something or it's in my subconscious. I don't know. But the fact that I had that dream, obviously something was telling me that something was there. And the dream scared me too. It almost made me feel like, hey, that's his uh that's like his territory, so you need to watch out.
oh,
Like that's kind of how I felt when I woke up from it,
okay.
you know?
So it's okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like he's the boss when he's there, like you pay attention type thing, I guess. It was kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, hey, yeah, that'll get me at attention. So
Yeah,
two things. I probably shouldn't say the second thing. I might not. But
go ahead.
okay, so you remember when you were on with Bonnie and you were talking about you were hiking through the woods and you felt like you were being watched or something by something big or something like that?
Yes.
Do you think that could have been the same thing, or
Mhm.
is this a total different location?
So I think that is what it was because um when I, first of all, sometimes when I'm in the woods, it'll get really, really quiet, like completely silent. It's really eerie. It's very eerie. And like birds stop chirping, everything. And then I'll feel like something's watching me. And usually that's a sign that, yeah, there is a predator in the area when it goes silent like that. And then when I would listen to these like podcasts where people are encountering the Dogman or whatever, they're describing the same thing where it goes really quiet and they feel like they're being watched, and then all of a sudden they see something or they hear something. You know what I mean? So I think that this I think that it does kind of watch me. I don't I hope that it doesn't take me because I don't know. I mean, so far so good. It's
Okay.
very fast, so
Yeah, you don't
it'll
have a chance
yeah.
against it.
I don't. It's a risk. I guess every time I go in, I just say I I hope you know my heart. I have a good heart. I just, like please don't hurt me. Like
I just want to be around some nature.
exactly.
No, I
And I
think,
haven't heard of anybody else getting attacked in the area by
yeah, I
anything,
think
so
you're all right. It probably has to do with the respect thing. You're not going there to destroy nothing. You're not trying to,
right.
be a prick. Well, you might try and get a little freaky with the cute guy or something, maybe. I don't know. But other than that, I think you're good because
Yeah.
if it wanted to do something, surely it would have done something.
Yeah, I think by now it would have got me. And I do notice when I listen to podcasts where people encounter these beings, a lot of times when the animal threatens them, like when the dog man threatens them, it's because they put their rifle up or they were like cutting the heads off the deer
Mhm.
to cook the deer and they were throwing the heads in the woods and just, kind of being a jerk basically. And I don't know, maybe it's very territorial and I don't know. I guess you respect me, I respect you.
Yeah, hey, best way to do it. So, and
Mhm.
the dog man, or what, it has to be a better name than that. But anyway, he is naked, I assume.
I I don't even know what this.
You don't
He's
even.
naked? Did you say?
Yeah, I asked if he was naked.
Oh, yeah, like an animal.
Okay.
He's furry, but like I said, I just remember specifically on his arms, it looked like almost he was like, if you've ever seen a man grow hair on his arms, but it's like not enough to cover the skin. It's just like,
Let me look in a
that's kind
mirror
of how it
real
looked.
quick.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what it reminded me of. So he was kind of scruffy. I guess that's how I could describe it. Just scruffy looking.
Yeah, okay. That's amazing. Now, when you were researching, what were other people saying? Like, what were some of their experiences compared to your experience?
A lot of people, first of all, would see them at night, like I did.
Hmm.
A lot of times they would say like they went night fishing or they were camping and they would hear like howls or something like that. I'm trying to remember like one specific story that stuck out. Or I just remember there was this one where it's like him and his friend were out in the woods or something. They were just playing around with Nerf guns. I don't even remember, but I guess like the woods went silent, like what happened to me. And then he thought it was really weird and he turned and this being is looking at him through the trees and he's like looking at him and then looking at his friend and he's growling and he's kind of threatening them. But it didn't attack them. They ran off and it didn't attack them. It just threatened them. So yeah, I mean there's so many stories. I guess if people want to see it, look up like Dogman encounters because there's so many. Like people are really encountering these beings everywhere.
I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
laughing. I'm laughing at something Dino said in chat, and he was like,
Oh,
"Nerf guns are awesome, not biased at all," and stuff. So that just made me
yeah, I
chuckle.
don't know. I guess that's how I remember it. They were playing with Nerf guns or something. They were younger, I guess. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. He was kind of recalling something, and he said that the woods just went silent, and they stopped for a minute, and he looked over and he saw it, and it was looking at both of them through the trees.
Whew. No,
Yeah,
thank you. Going
yeah.
back to the hair real quick, was it in
Mhm.
patches or it was just fully covered?
It looked like patches. That's
Okay.
how I would, I guess. And I don't want to say like really like obvious patches, but it looked scruffy, almost like he was just scratching his hair off or something, I guess.
Well, must be flea season. I shouldn't
The
say
most,
that.
yeah, the most, the most fur I saw was on his head,
Okay.
around his neck.
Okay. All right. Now,
Yeah.
and how do we know it's a he? We're just like assuming this.
Well, I guess that's true. I don't know. It didn't really, I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean,
you're
did you
right.
did you
Maybe it
see his
is
Johnson or
a
something? I
girl.
mean,
No, I just figured like a boy because I don't know, just the way it was moving so quickly. I don't know, like it just, I don't know. Maybe it is a girl. I mean, I guess I really don't know.
yeah.
It
Well,
could be a female.
you go with your instincts. Evidently, they said
Yeah.
it's a guy. So, and I'll trust your instincts before mine. And oh, this is cool. So, Dino is dropping us a little bit of info. He says that the first case of Dogman dated back in 1887. So, it's cool to see that it's still having encounters with this creature.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, so
people were having encounters. Wow.
it dates back a couple of centuries. So, that's really awesome to know.
And the thing that's funny is I like because of how fast it was moving, I've never that's not natural. I think that this is some kind of experiment being. And I'm not trying to be paranoid conspiracy. I think that this is like extraterrestrial, something like that. I just don't know if like they live here or if they're like dropped off here. You know what I mean?
Dino actually mentioned earlier in chat that he thinks it sounds like a chimera. And me personally, I always thought, when I hear chimera, I think of course, the Greeks. And the traditional chimera that I know of had the body of a goat, the head of a lion, and the tail of a serpent. But he informed me that it could be a mixture of different animals. And the chimera was put together using magic of sorts and alchemy to create an abomination, which should not have been made.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I kind of heard of that, but
Yeah,
dude,
so
this like looked like an animal, like a like physical, very physical something. I don't know, given I don't know, like a dog on steroids or something, I guess.
so well,
That I don't know.
yeah, your theory that it could be some type of experiment, it might not be that far off. It could be an alien scientific experiment and said, throw them down there, let's see what the humans do.
Yeah, I real honestly because the fact that I've been seeing the lights in that same area, I really think that it's somehow connected. I don't know how. I'm not saying I know how. I just think that I don't know if like they're attracted to these animals and they kind of scope them out. I don't know if it's coming off the ship, like we let our dogs out the house. I don't know, but um, it's really cool.
And I have to do something before Angie bites my head off. So I have to do another shameless plug real quick because, as you guys know, we don't run ads on this channel. Heck no. I try to get money by begging. So if you guys are interested in having some tarot readings done, please feel free to email me at unexplainedpossibilities@gmail.com, and I am charging $10 for a tarot reading. Or if you want, you can go through the newly created Fiverr account, which is crimsonmail at fiverr.com, and I am offering 3 tiers of tarot readings. So please go check that out if you are interested in a tarot reading by me, and I have heard that I'm pretty freaking good at them. So there we go. Shameless plug number 2 and a pat on the back. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. I know that was like an awkward transition. It's like, Melvin, why?
You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. um, so yeah, we were saying that it's possibly a alien experimentation thrown on the planet. But now here's the thing. Why the I mean, aside from it being an experiment, why would they experiment like that? That seems
I
jacked.
don't know. I honestly have no idea. I can't, I don't think that this being is natural. And I'm just saying that based on how fast it was running. I've never seen an animal run so fast. It was unnatural. It could take out anything. I don't really know what it is or why maybe they would put it here, but I don't know. Maybe it has been around a while and it's just a really fast animal. I don't
I
know.
mean,
It's
extremely
weird.
fast.
Like
Now, from
it
your research, do you know if it's only in that area or has it been spotted in other areas? Because, like Bigfoot is pretty much, the Northwest and all of that. He gets around, and then you have the Yeti or I think it's called the Yowie or Yahweh in Australia. So, he's around, but the Dogman, is it just one sighting of him in that one area?
No, people are seeing them everywhere. Um, the only places that I've heard of that people haven't been seeing them is like North and South Dakota. I don't know why, but they've even been seen in like Europe, pretty much every single state. And actually, in my state, there's like not any sightings. Because I looked on the site to see like, what people were writing, and so far I don't think there's been one like documented site where they've seen one.
But it's around
So
the
it's like,
globe. That's even more interesting.
yeah.
Like, this is the first time I heard of this guy, so
Uh-huh.
now I'm like legit gonna have to research and probably do another cryptid
Yeah.
list, and so that's gonna be awesome. But
Yeah, you should.
and Angie says that if it's a new species or supernatural creature, it's only natural you can't fathom how fast it runs. I mean, like, can you imagine how fast a cheetah can run? I know they're fast. I know how fast they can run, but unless I see it with my very eyes, my brain won't be able to imagine it.
I guess it's really hard to explain it because I've seen, I don't know how to explain it. It was just so, it almost looked like lightning speed. I can't even, it was
Oh, wow.
really weird.
Blink and you
I,
miss it.
yeah, I don't know. And like I said, when I saw it running through the trees, I had to like, I'm like looking this way, looking that way, like really, really fast because it's just hopping through the trees so quickly. And then I lost sight of it because it was dark and it was moving so
Yeah,
quickly.
that's not natural.
I, it's not. And that's, even a cheetah with how fast they are, they can't gallop
No.
at like the speed of light practice. You know what I mean? It's from off this tree to that tree to this, it was like zigzag. I'm like, what is in front of my face right now?
Now, is it a
It was weird.
possibility, though, that it's more than one that you encountered, but you didn't realize it?
Maybe maybe there's like a family of them
I mean, it could be
and
a
I just don't know
family.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
and, but still, though, I still go back to that dream, however. How long ago did you have that dream? And then when did the sighting happen? Like, what were the days apart?
I'm trying to think because it was a long time ago. I think the dream was like, I want to say it was like around maybe 5 or 6 months. It was a while. It was a while before I saw anything because after the dream, I started like noticing more and more like markings and trees just knocked down like violently. Um, Bark ripped off the trees. I was seeing like I said, like those piles of bones, skulls kind of tossed in one area, stuff like that. So I was kind of seeing things leading up to it,
Hmm.
and I just kind of kept ignoring it. I'm like, well, whatever. And
Okay.
then I saw the lights, I would, so yeah.
Well, now that opens the door for quite a few other things. But before I get to those, Angie wants to know, so if it ran that fast, how did you notice all the details?
I don't know. Well, like I said, it stopped for a second and then it galloped. After that, I didn't see anything. I just saw the back paws and I saw that the tail was stubby and that was it. It was gone. I saw it when it stopped and then it ran and I just specifically remember like the arms. That was it. And the head.
And Dino coming in with some more knowledge. He says, if it's a ugh, gosh, English. Uh, Basically, he's saying that depending on the muscles and the anatomy could determine how quick it is, its abilities, what it can and cannot do. And he says
Hmm.
that, if it's a hyena, it can track you for days on end. Which
Yeah.
I mean, we know it's not a hyena, but knowing that, something can track you like that, and I think it has your
Oh,
scent.
I'm, yeah. I'm sure this thing knows when I'm there. I'm sure it knows. I don't I drive up and down that street a lot at night. Like I said, I like to go to Starbucks. Like I'm gonna go up to that road because it's a nice like country road.
Hmm.
It's very nice. Nobody's driving up and down there. I relax, I listen to music and I go up there a lot. So, sometimes I get out of my car at night and I just kind of look at the stars because there's not a lot of light pollution. So, um
All right.
I think it knows that I go there.
Now I'm gonna go to the other stuff that I was so rewind back to something else real quick. So this is
Sure.
where I'm going with by saying that this opens the doors to a few things, and that is, and I'm focusing on this dream for a reason. What if your guides gave you this dream and they were giving you a type of foresight, or it was your own abilities giving you a foresight of this encounter, or perhaps this being, whatever it is, gave you foresight that we're going to meet, or possibly even if it is. uh, Sorry, they're singing Country Road now in the chat. Um, if it is ET, what if your crush, I'm just going to start calling him that now, your
Oh, you
crush,
are loving this. You love this.
I know, what if it was him
Oh my gosh.
saying, you're going to see the screen, we're going to make it happen? Because you said after that, you started noticing different things. It's like something opened up
Hmm.
and your vision was clear, and it's like, hey, I can see this, this, and this now.
Right. You know what? I guess I'll never know. I don't know if because I've had like like foresight dreams where um I'll kind of something will happen and then it'll happen, but it'll happen a different way. You know, in my dream it was completely different, but it was pointing towards something. I don't know if it was just in my peripheral vision and I missed it. I don't know if the dream was given to me by my spirit guides. I don't know if it was like given to me by somebody else. I'm not really sure about that. It's just blows my mind sometimes that when I talk about it, I sound so silly, but
Well,
that's literally how it happened.
yeah, no,
You
you don't
know,
sound
it's just
silly. I mean, it sounds like you're trying to figure it
yeah,
out and understand it.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe something was trying to maybe warn me or tell me that, hey, somebody's here, like pay attention,
Yeah, and
So,
and that's the other thing, because the dream seemed more foreboding. It was like a bit scarier versus your actual encounter, where it's more like,
right.
I mean, it's still kind of scary, but like you said, it's more like a warning. Like, let's see eye to eye real quick. I'm here, you're
Yeah.
here, not gonna hurt you. Just be respectful, and that's it. Gone.
I was more scared after the dream than I was when I was driving and I saw it because when I was driving and I saw everything just happen so quickly that I drove home and I was like, what did I just see? Like I wasn't even scared. No, really though, I didn't even like flinch or like I'm just like, what was that?
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
I kind of was thinking back like, all the things I'd seen there and I'm like, okay, something's there that I didn't know was there.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess you're processing it and just you know. But then, because it happens so quickly, it's also one of those things where you're questioning yourself, like, did that really just happen? So,
Oh, oh my God. I was trying to make up. I'm like, was it just maybe like a coyote? But no, coyotes don't look like that and they don't run that fast. And the thing was like taller than my windshield practically. It had long legs. So,
yeah, you see,
um,
you're too
and I'm
busy
like, it
coming
couldn't
up
be a
with
wolf.
with rational explanations to be scared.
I was trying. I'm like, it had to be a wolf or a coyote, but like, it wasn't though. It wasn't. It just wasn't. And it didn't have a tail. It had a stubby tail. So I'm like, it's not a bobcat. Hell no, was it not a bobcat? It was a dog. Yeah.
That is so amazing. Now, what would you do if you had a second encounter?
I've been preparing for it. Um, I've been preparing for every single possibility of how this could go.
Okay.
Just just listening to other people's encounters, I'm trying to prepare myself because I think it might happen again. It's just a matter of time.
You know what?
Um,
I'm going to suggest something that Angie always brings up for people who go ghost hunting and everything. GoPro camera, like some type of head cam and a chest cam.
yes, yes, I was thinking of that. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should get those sunglasses that have the little camera so that if it
Yeah.
comes in front of me, it's like, I got you on camera and I'm not threatening you either, you know? So like,
But now here's the other problem though with that. Because if it is an alien experiment or whatever, then we can assume it's being watched. And if
yes.
it's being watched, that means you're being watched. And if that's the case, they won't let you get footage of it. Like somehow
Mm,
something will happen. And you know
well,
how they work. Within a second, you won't even know it happened and it's over.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, here's the thing though. This is what I don't understand either. When I see, okay, lover boy in the sky, because you love this so much. So like, when I see these, this is just amazing. And like, I hope somebody's not listening to me because that's just, oh my God.
well,
But
no, we have people listening,
when I
so
see these, yeah, no, you know what I mean
I
though.
know.
Um, when I see the lights in the sky, a couple of times, like I said, I would try and videotape it on my camera, and it's not like they would disappear. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
would come back when I had my phone up. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know if they're just shy. I don't, like you said, but it's not like they're hiding too much.
I see you, baby.
Maybe a
I want you.
good, oh my God, I swear this better not be some like blob with 10 legs because
Well, no,
I don't
it,
know.
it is not
I
the
don't
looks that
know.
matter. You know, looks don't matter, baby.
Oh
I love persevere. Oh, it could be
God,
Bob. Oh, yeah, where's Bob at? Yes, our friendly
Bob.
Mexican gray alien who likes feet. I forgot about.
Oh,
Yes, it is I. I like the feet. Show me the feet, Morgan. The feet.
well, maybe it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what he looks like. I have no clue. I've been trying to, I'm like, I wonder like what race he is. I don't know.
So
He's just not ready to come out yet.
no. So what he does then? He sends his dog to greet you. Oh, that's right. That's a trick.
Apparently.
That is a trick that some guys do.
He's
They'll get a
baiting
dog and
me.
everything, and yes.
You know what? You are making so much sense now. He sends his dog out to, to come see me, to see what I'm up to, but can't come down himself.
But here's the other
Why is
thing.
this getting crazy?
Here's the other thing, though. You're more intrigued, and you're gonna keep going back.
Oh my gosh. What a trickster. Yo, I'm being like baited right now. It's true. I keep going back. I'm like, oh my God. This is crazy.
Well, the Bob don't know where he's from, so he's French Mexican now,
We
apparently.
don't. I, I'm not sure.
So no, I was just responding to someone in chat, but we'll I'll figure out Bob's accent one day. But yeah, but like I mean, I'm joking around, of course, but at the same time, I'm also kind of serious. because it is a small possibility that, you know, your your lover boy, he really
Oh my God.
it. I mean,
Sends his animals out. Oh God.
because how long have you been going there?
A long time.
And
Years.
this is the first time it's happened.
You know what? Oh my God, Melvin. Yes. And you know what? Three years ago or like 5 years ago, when I wasn't seeing the lights, when this wasn't happening, I never saw anything. I think you're right. It's weird
Yeah.
that, oh my God, this is connected. Like you just like, why did I not think of this?
Well, again, mind you, this is a huge reach, but I mean, it could be
I know,
some.
but you're making sense though.
That's
You
scary.
are making sense though, because think about it. From the first couple of times I went there, nothing ever happened. I never saw anything weird there. I never saw anything in the sky. I never saw any piles of bones or dogs running around. But then when I started noticing those lights in the sky one night and I started seeing them on the trail there, that's when I started seeing weird stuff happen. So it does kind of, I don't know, line up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, it's something you're going to have to look into, maybe even meditate on.
I guess. It's all so confusing for me.
It is, and it's something that's
I've just
brand
been,
new,
yeah.
which is weird because,
Hmm.
you've experienced some interesting stuff, and yet here it is, something new, slapping you right in the
Yeah.
face. And, you
I
know,
just want to see a face, Melvin. I just want to see a face and I want a greeting. All right. I'm tired of all this shy business here going on.
you
We
know,
can't do this
now
anymore.
it almost sounds like you're a girl who has a crush back, and you're just waiting for this dude to.
Okay.
It's like,
You
huh?
are terrible. Oh my God.
Well, no,
Listen,
that's
man.
what it sounds like
If
to
you're gonna,
me. Now it's like, okay, I'm putting you on the, you're on the clock now, buddy. Let's
oh
go.
my,
You
well,
know,
no, really though. Okay. You started it. Now finish it. You know what I mean?
he sent his dog.
Like,
That's
that's
something.
not, oh man. It's like,
So, but now,
I sent the dog. Is that enough? Like, oh my
but now I'm
God.
wondering because you said it's more sightings in that area.
Hmm.
So, is it? Man, I'm gonna have to research this because now I'm trying to think. Is it a specific group of ETs? This is if ETs are actually involved with it. And if it's a
Hmm.
specific group, then what's their end game? What are they trying to do? And if it isn't, and this is just some type of supernatural phenomenon, then where the heck did you come from? I mean, how did you come to be? Did you evolve over time? What happened here?
Yeah.
So many
Like
questions.
I said, I honestly just, I don't think that even the way other people describe what they see, I don't think this thing evolved naturally. I don't. I think that it's some kind of experiment, but I could be wrong. Maybe it did. And it's been here a really long time, but um I don't know why it's here. It's from what people say, it just seems like it's out in the woods doing its thing like any other animal, but that there's also they often will see a UFO or something
Yeah, and that's the thing.
when
It's the
they, yeah,
UFO.
yeah.
That's what ah it's so fascinating. So yeah, it's something there. And in your case, it's your crush sending you a message.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm never gonna let this go. So
No, you're not.
no. I'm even gonna
Now, now, now like whoever this is has to come forward. You have to come out of the woodwork. We're talking about you.
Angie saying that she's heard that the Dogmen are connected to Native Americans.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I have. A lot of the Native Americans have talked about them, like, and they've said, they will know not to go in certain areas of the woods because they're there. But yeah, I've heard that one. So it's pretty cool. They've been around a long time.
Amazing. And you said that you didn't feel fear. You were more just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid at all when I saw it. I think my brain was just trying to process it. I didn't really, and I think too, because I was in the car, I think that if I was out in standing and it ran across me, I probably would have jumped or
Yeah.
screamed or something. But,
And
um,
I'm
yeah.
actually going to say, like, when you're walking about and that feeling of being watched hits you, did you have any fear there?
Yes.
Okay. So that,
That's when I get really, I start to like get disoriented because I don't know how to explain it, but I start to have a panic attack a little bit and I have to turn around and leave.
okay.
It's just a really weird feeling.
Now, is that because you might have like some psychic sixth sense going on?
Um, I know that I do, but like I also know that I've known my whole life I've had that, but then also like there is this instinct we have as, like people where um I don't know. I think we all have like just like an animal instinct kind of
Hmm.
where we know
Yeah.
there's danger or something's lurking around.
And
I think
we,
that's what protected us in our caveman days or whatever.
yeah, I agree with that. We
But
have that animal instinct, just like when
I think it's all in us.
and I love saying that. I actually came up with this a long time ago with a friend of mine. And, usually before you get hurt from doing something stupid, like let's say you're trying to hop a fence that you have no business hopping, and you make it over the top, but you trip up some and you're about to fall hard. Perhaps it's just me. I don't think it is. But sometimes it seems like time slows down for that split second. And I swear it slows down to give you just a moment to brace for impact or kind of curve and turn yourself out of the way of the major damage. I
I
cannot
know what
prove
you're
it
talking
though.
about.
Yeah, okay. Like have you kind of experienced that at any point where it's like, huh,
Yes.
it's like time slowed down for a sec. Either that or it's slowing down to say, see, look at what you're doing, stupid. So,
I think there's some like science behind that, and I don't know what it's called, but it's something that your body does, and I don't know how it does it, but I could have sworn they were talking about this on like some weird, like one of those like channels where they talk about like the human body or something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like like
okay.
adrenaline and all that stuff. Like
I mean, that's some
so,
wicked adrenaline. So I'm just wondering about that when you
I don't
mentioned
know.
that, if you could feel when you're being watched and everything, which I've heard so many people say, like, I know when I'm being, I can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And
can.
everyone says the same thing. It's a terrible feeling.
It is. It's very scary. It's unsettling. Your heart will just start racing. It feels like somebody's on like smothering you with their energy. I can't explain it, but you just know. And I've gotten that, and it was right around when the woods would go really silent.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, the
It's pretty
silence,
scary.
because, if you don't hear birds, oh, in a wooded area at that,
I Yeah. I don't know if any of our viewers have like experienced that. I hike a lot and other people have experienced it too. Like I said before, they have a sighting. Um, and like I said, I think it's because it happens when there's a predator in the area. Um, but it's really eerie. Like everything just goes silent. It's so weird and scary. It'll make you want to turn around.
led to an experience, though.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's actually time to start wrapping it up. Um, I mean, this was incredible. Oh, and eerily enough, dogs are barking. So
Oh,
that happened.
wow. Oh man.
So you might get a visit from
It's pretty fun.
Loverboy or his pet, whichever one.
Oh my God. Like, I can't believe this is happening.
Uh, but yeah, so when do you expect you? How can I phrase this? I want to phrase this properly. Oh
Hmm.
gosh, those dogs really are barking. What are they barking at? Maybe it's the male. What are you hoping to learn from this encounter and if you have another encounter, what do you want to learn? What's your goal with this?
I just, I don't know. I just want to know why. Like, is it connected to the lights I'm seeing in the sky? What is this animal about? Is it an experiment? What has been following me around? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And not just about me. I want to learn about this animal too, because I think it's a lot more intelligent than, say, just a cat or a dog. I think it's has some level of like human intelligence. And I'm just saying that based off of how it seems to avoid me so well, and secondly, because of how other people have described it when I listen to podcasts, it seems to have some type of human intelligence, and I don't know, I want to learn about it, I guess. I'm just so curious. Yeah.
Job well done, lover boy. Job well done. You got her
Yeah,
intrigued.
my God. Right? Oh my, I can't believe you finally like made sense of this for me. I'm like, why is the dog here? Why is this? What's going on? Oh,
Well,
I get it now. I get it now. Go out. Yeah, yeah. Send the dog out. Send the dog out. Yeah, like okay.
yes, the Morgan. You will be mine, baby.
Good God.
Mwah.
Oh my God.
And I think on that
I
note
can't with
is a
you.
good time to end it.
I really needed this laugh today because I've been having an awful day.
Oh, well, yay! We did something right. Morgan, thank you for coming on and sharing with us your experience and what seems to be a new
You're welcome.
cryptid in my book anyway. And once again, thank you all who joined us. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, like button for more content from Unexplained Possibilities. And also remember to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. Thank you all again for joining us. And remember, guys, there are things that go bump in the night. Go ahead and tell them hi. Bye, everybody.